Okay, in this video I'm going to explain to you how to use Google Sites to create your instrument website or for your instrument website assessment task. And to do this you'll need to already have done the following things. The first one is you will need to have already logged into your Google account. And you can tell if you are logged into your Google account because up the top here it will have your school email with the login. If it doesn't, it'll probably say sign in, or if someone else is signed in, what you'll need to do is click on it and then it will let you sign out. But assuming that you have already signed in, what I want you to do is then just simply type in www.google.com and launch that. And what you'll find is that Google will just come up with its empty search bar. But importantly for us, for what we need, you need to have a look up the top here. And across the top you can see that it's got search, images, mail, drive, and this one, sites. So to start building your website you will need to use Google Sites. So I'm going to go ahead and launch that. And it'll take a few moments. If you already have some websites, and you can see over here I've got a Cert on Music 2013 site and a Year 7 web page assignment site, it will load it there. If you haven't got one, this will be blank. But what we will need to do is go to create. So we're going to create a brand new website. And it's going to ask us a few things. The first thing is it wants us to make up a name for the website. So I'm going to call mine Mr. Vieira's Year 7 website. And you'll see that down the bottom it will start to build a name for this website. So if someone else wants to find my website, they will need to type in this whole address plus the name of my website to get there. Now, you can at this stage do a few things, like you can select a theme, so you can change the colors of the site, and it's got a few other options. For the moment, I'm going to keep mine as a blank template, and you can always change all of these things. So once I've got a name for it, I'll click create. Now, one last thing before I move on. If there's someone else in the world who happens to have the same address and the same name, it will say that this name is already taken, and then you will have to create a brand new name. But in this case, it appears that it's okay, so I'm going to click on create. And so Google will go ahead and build a blank website that has Mr. Vieira's Year 7 website name across the top of it. So there it is. There is my blank website. And again, if someone types in this address, they will get to my website. All right. So at the moment it's blank because I haven't put anything in on it. And what you'll see is that there's a couple of icons. The first one is this pencil icon, which is the edit page. So the moment I want to add stuff into my website, I've got to click edit page. So when I click on this, you'll see that across the top here, there's a whole heap of editing functions that will look a little bit like Microsoft Word or something like that. And there we go. You can see that I can select the size of the text and bold and underlying and different fonts and things like that. Now, because it's a website, it's a little bit limited. So it doesn't have every single font that you can find. It's only got a small selection. However, I'm going to pretend that this is my home page. So this is the first page that I need for my assignment. Hi there, my name, oops, I don't need a capital there. My name is Mr. Vieira. Welcome to my website. So now that I've done that, I need to remember to save my work, because if I just quit, it's going to have lost all my work. So I need to click on save. And once I click on save, notice that the editing function goes away, but it's actually saved my information here. All right. So if I want to add something else, I'll probably need to press the edit page again, and then it gives me the options, and I can do things like change the name of the web page for this particular page here. Hi there, my name is Mr. Vieira. Here is something new. All right, and again, I'll go save, and it will save my site there. So for the website, you need to have a page that is your home page that includes information about yourself and also what the instrumental family is that you've chosen. In addition, you need 3 more pages that are going to be your instruments. To create a new instrument page, you need to click on this icon over here, which if you look carefully, it's a page with a plus button and it simply says new page. So I'm going to create a brand new page and I'm going to call it instrument 1. In your case, you might call it, depending on whatever your instrument is. So let's say that you've chosen the strings and your first instrument is the guitar. Well, then your first instrument page will be the guitar. But for my reference, I'll call it instrument 1. And it gives me a couple of options. Do I want to put it at the top level or under home? For the time being, keep all of your pages at the top level. And I'll simply go create. Now what you'll notice is that on the left hand side of the navigation of this site, it now has my home page over here and it has my first instrument page. Now because I need to analyze 3 instruments, I'm going to go ahead and create 2 more instrument pages. So I'll simply go create a new page and this will be instrument number 2, and let's pretend that because I'm doing the strings, I'll do violin and I'll go create. And I'm going to do 1 more page, and notice on the left here how it keeps building my site. I'm going to create 1 more page and call it instrument number 3. Instrument 3, and I'll do the bass guitar as an example. And go create. Now the good thing is that whenever you log into Google Sites and you click on site, it will automatically come up with your pages already there. In addition to the home page and your 3 instruments, you need the following. You also need a Venn diagram page. So I'm going to create a brand new one called Venn diagram. And finally, the last page of your website should be your bibliography. So I'll go ahead and create a bibliography page. And this will give me, so new page, bibliography. This will give me all of the pages that I need for my website. Let's go create. Right, so across here I've got my home page, bibliography, instrument 1, instrument 2, instrument 3, and a Venn diagram. The sitemap is a page that Google puts in that is basically a map or a directory of all of the pages in your website. So let's pretend that I want to add something to my first instrument page. I click on it and then I click on the edit page function and it lets me put in information. One way to approach your site is that you'll notice that your assessment sheet has a whole heap of questions like what is the instrument? So over here I've got what is the instrument, but the second question is what does the instrument look like and what materials is the instrument made from? One way to approach this task is that you simply put in what does the instrument look like and you type in the information, so I'll go etc. And then what you can do is answer the question. So here is my answer. The instrument looks like, and you give in your own information. All the time, remember to save your work. Now, one of the other things that it asks you to do is to include a YouTube video of someone demonstrating your site. So I'm going to open up a brand new tab here and go to YouTube, and I'll show you how this is done. Let's find a guitar performance. So let's pretend I'm doing my guitar page and I want to add a guitar performance. And let's see, I've got an amazing guitar performance by this 9-year-old person here. So here's the performance. Okay, now you probably can't hear it because it's coming through my headphones, but the sound is coming through. Let's pretend that I want to add this video to my website as the video that I'm going to use. It's quite simple to do. The first thing I need to do is select the address and copy it. So I'm going to go copy. The second thing I need to do is make sure that I've clicked on edit. Right? And I'll say here is a video of a performer. and I'm going to go insert, and then it gives me a whole heap of options, including an image, and we'll get back to image in a moment. But down the bottom here, we've got insert video, and I'm going to say from YouTube. So I'm going to click on YouTube, and it simply says, can you paste in the URL, which is the address or the Uniform Resource Locator address of the YouTube video, and I'm going to go edit, paste. And that's all I need to do. Then I'm simply going to go save. And what Google will then do is import and copy across that video down the bottom here. So when I click on save, what should happen is that I should have the link of the video copied in from YouTube. All right. Finally, on the instruments as well, I'll show you how to quickly insert an image, and there's a couple of ways to do it, but I'm going to put it over here. Here is a picture. Now what I'm going to do again is go to YouTube, and I'll go to Google Images. All right, and I'm going to type in, and I'm going to look for an acoustic guitar. All right, and it'll come up with a whole heap of different pictures, but let's say that this is the one that I want. Okay, I'm going to copy this. So what I've done here is right click, or on the Macs, I put in 2 clicks, so putting 2 fingers on and clicking. So I'm going to put 2 fingers on, and I'm going to go save image as, and it's called Taylor 210 acoustic guitar. I'm going to put it on my desktop so I know where it is, and I'll go save. So now that I've saved the image to my desktop, I'm going to come into here, and I'm going to go insert image, and what I need to do is upload an image. So I'm going to choose the image, and I've put it on my desktop. So I'll find on my desktop, there's the picture, and I'll go open. And what will then happen is that Google copies the image up onto the internet, and then I'm going to simply go OK. Once I've done OK, it puts it in. Now at the moment it's really big. I'm going to choose to make it small, medium or large, and in this case I want a small copy of it. And then I'll go save. So what you can see is that you can easily add text to the website, add pictures, and add video simply by following those commands. Now the final thing that we need to discuss is how to do your Venn diagram. Now the Venn diagram is a little bit tricky because we can't put the 3 overlapping circles into Google very easily. So this is what we'll need to do. I'm going to hide this. On Edmodo, your teachers will give you the Venn diagram template. You'll need to download it and open it up in Microsoft Word. And once it's in Word, you can then click on these boxes to change your instrument. So my instrument 1 was guitar. Instrument 2 I think was violin. Instrument 3 was bass guitar. Whoops. Bass guitar. So something that is similar to all of the instruments, and this is a very basic observations, but they all have strings. Something that is different about the violin and the guitar and the bass guitar is that the violin is played with a bow. And so you go through and add in. Now the more detail you give, the better it is for your diagram. So let's pretend that I've now finished my diagram. If you are on a PC computer, you can simply press the print screen button and it will take a photo of this, and then you upload the photo to your Venn diagram. If you are on the Macs, what I want you to do is go into the little magnifying glass up the top here, all right, and click on it and go grab. And grab is a little program that simply grabs a copy of the screen. So what I'm going to do is go capture, and I'm going to do a selection, and I'm going to drag the mouse over the top of this and take a picture of it. That's why we've got the camera, and there it's taken a picture. I'm going to save this as my Venn diagram picture. Venn diagram picture. All right, and I'll save it to my desktop. So now that that is done, oops, I might need to just double check something here. You might need to save it as a JPEG file as well. So that's very easy to do as well on the Macs. What you'll need to do is find the picture, which is over here, it opens it up, and I'll simply go export, and down the where it says format here, I'm going to select JPEG. These are just different picture images, and I think Google, I can't remember if Google accepts TIFFs or not, but I'll just save it as a JPEG anyway, and I'll just say over here JPEG so I know the difference, and again put it on my desktop. So here is the file that I need to upload to Google. So I'm going to go back to my website. I'm going to go to my Venn diagram, and in my Venn diagram I'm going to edit the page and insert that picture, and that will be my Venn diagram. So I'll go insert image, choose file, select my Venn diagram JPEG image, go open. It will upload it again to Google like it did to the guitar ones, and once that's done I can simply go OK, and there's my Venn diagram. I'll go save, and then I'll have the picture that I need for my Venn diagram. You can see that there's my violin played with a bow, guitar, they all have strings and so on. So that's how you create your Google site and save work on it. Importantly, remember that to edit, you need to click that. To change, to add pages, you need to do that. So one way to approach this assignment is simply create blank templates like I've got along here, and then you go back and add any pictures. Girls, do you have any questions? All right, good. Let's